and I'm gonna try to quickly do a couple of things.
Okay. Oh, I need a resub.
Oh dear.
Actually, I'm gonna watch the ads first so you get extra bonus pennies.
Oh yeah!
My 14th month sub anniversary.
Okay. 14?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, got a couple of places to post this now that I have something written up. I need to start posting these earlier in the day, but I'm also like, I don't think anyone's gonna prepare ahead of time.
Hmm.
Circus, circus.
Are you gonna make that TikTok tonight?
Maybe.
Susie says, "Oh, I'm watching ads right now."
Hey, Ads Watcher, how you doing? Trying to think what other things I posted. I feel like I've only actually gotten anybody from like uh one of the groups that I posted on.
Mhm.
It'd also be good if I was getting back to posting on like posting videos. Haven't been posting my uh instas and all that stuff lately. Are you back from ads, Uzi?
She said, "OMG, ads again."
Again? Those ads are
Uh,
going wild. Really popping off, sis.
Said, "Period. Gotta support somehow."
Yeah. Okay, I feel like there's another group that I posted into, but I can't remember, so we're just going to do with what we got now. I hate. I see something I gotta fix real quick. La 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 la.
Give him Smurf vibes to me. La 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 la.
You're such a clown, Jaded.
Oh, sí, estoy bien también.
Are you all ready for my Spanish, where I randomly throw Japanese in there? And that's why I had to stop taking Spanish and Japanese at the same time in college?
Yeah. What is the fusion of Japanese and Spanish called? It's got
Uh,
Spanglish for Spanish and English.
what would it be? Japanish? Well, I feel like that'd just be like Japan-ish.
Haponyol.
What?
Haponyol.
Is that
Because
the beginning of Japan and Japanese and Spanish?
I think Hapon is Japan. Hapones is like
Oh
Japanese.
yeah, they don't really do the
Uh,
J sound in Spanish, right? Is that the one that is an H?
um,
I didn't do well. I actually did do really good in Spanish until I started taking Japanese, and then I did really bad at Spanish. Thank you, Uzi. It's appreciated. I hope you're ready to clown around with us. Oh, two clown jokes? Two clown jokes already? Oh, we're going to be having fun today. I do need to stop looking at the wrong camera. I feel like I need to switch my. I might. Actually, yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll make my bigger camera the one that I'm reading off of.
mm,
It won't be perfect. It's not right, but it'll be fine. Or whatever the song, however the song goes. Is that how it goes?
Not right, but it's okay. Okay.
Oh no, this isn't going to work. I just wanted to look at myself more. Just want to look at myself more, but it won't let me. Yeah, we're going to be really weird with this text. Hopefully I can remember to actually read. Dang it! No, it's not working. Okay. I'm sorry, we're getting delayed. I gotta I gotta move it back. I was hoping I could move my TikTok because I have a bigger picture on my TikTok and I keep looking at my makeup because it's just that good. What can I say? Or rather, it's very distracting. I don't know about good, but it is definitely distracting. You know what? I'm not going to talk myself down today because actually, once I got done with it, I'm like, I thought I messed it up, but I kind of like it. I kind of like what we did today. I was also thinking, since we're doing D&D, I should probably do looks that have anything to do with the game we're doing. Like have
Nah.
I was thinking about trying to like see if I could cosplay as our new character, but I don't quite have the right color because they have like a like not tan, they have like a grayish blue skin, but I only have like bright blue makeup, and I was like, I don't know how to make it grayish blue, so I'm just not even going to try, and we're going to go in a completely different direction entirely.
You mean this isn't Warlock giving Warlock adventure?
This is giving something.
And Uzi says, bet your gorge.
I bet I am too. You know what? I don't know. I think it's. Uh, oh no, I don't like it when I smile. It looks like a mustache. Hello there. Okay, I guess I should do the reveal. Oh gosh, where's the button? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm sad clown today. But yeah, I don't know about gorgeous. I'm on the fence because like I kind of think something about it is kind of gorgeous. I'm a
This
little
is actually
pretty.
your new look. This is your now, like, your look every time.
No. I think I'd get tired of it very quickly. Thank you, Uzi. No, it was a lot of work. I was stressing. I was trying for something. I was trying to go for like sad, like flapper. I was trying to go for like the like sad intercut eye, and then do more like a flapper vibe. And then it just kept getting crazier when I was doing the eyeshadow because I literally took the eyeshadow all the way up to here. And then you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take my nose contour into the eyeshadow and just take it all the way up into the hairline. Just make it go straight up. And then it just got more clown as we went. But I looked. Thank you, Uzi. I basically normally I just let the ADHD go crazy, and for the most part that is how this happened. But as I was doing the eye, I looked up Trixie Mattel because I wanted to kind of do like her tiny little lid thing that she does. And then as I was doing the mouth, I first looked up Crystal Method, and then I looked up Helena Poison. So I'm like, I just like took all these different drag queens and mixed them together on my face. But I like it.
And this is gonna be the whole stream is just Fawcett looking at their face and doing uh fun faces.
But like, part of me was like, I wish I would have put a little bit more detail in it. I added the little teardrop at the very last second because it was literally like 10 till, and I was like, oh, I wish I would have done more teardrop. But how do you like my little teardrop and my little stars? I did the stars and the teardrop at the last minute because I felt like my forehead needed something. I felt like just no eyebrows or anything because I wanted to do a no eyebrow look, but I couldn't do it. I had to put something up there. So I was just like, we'll put little stars up there. Okay. So we could probably start getting started. Um Good, Uzi. I hope you're distracted because I am also. Also, if you notice me looking like this, it's because I have two pictures of myself next to me. I literally have my camera three times. A tiny one on the screen that I'm looking at, and then two big ones on my other screen for TikTok and Discord. Also, before we get in, were you having an issue with Discord, Uzi? I saw the other day you like joined and left the Discord twice, and I don't know if you were having an issue or if you just wanted to abandon us. Either or is fine, I guess. When you went in, could you not see anything, or could you only see like a really basic? Like, could you only see like two channels? Because I do have the Discord semi-locked. You have to agree to the. Okay, that's what Myth Wanderer was saying too. You should be able to see a welcome and a rules, and I have it so that you have to agree to the rules before you can see the whole thing. But yeah, Myth Wanderer had that same issue, and I've tested it, and I was trying to figure it out when Myth Wanderer had that issue. So I don't know. Maybe my link needs to be updated. Maybe my link is what's wrong. I'll check it out eventually. Oh, I don't like smiling. It looks like a Mario mustache, an orange Mario mustache. But yeah, if you're having any kind of issue or anything, just send me a message and I can try to help you out. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't an issue. I assumed you wouldn't just join and leave twice for the fun of it. I assumed you wanted to be in there. Okay, I think we have everything ready. I'm gonna go live on TikTok. We're in competition today. That that live play that I had told you all about a few weeks ago, they are finally starting up, I think, next week. And they are at like the same exact time. Oh wait, no. No, they're Tuesdays. So we don't have competition. So you know what? I can just go over there and harass them tomorrow and tell them they need to come in and watch mine, and then I'll watch theirs. But also, I have a D&D game every other Tuesday at the same time that they're. That's the competition I was thinking of. So I wouldn't be able to watch their stream, but every other week. So, Jaded, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay, even though I had to go back to work for the first time in a week.
Oh yeah, Jaded was off work last week for his birthday, which was yesterday, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
yesterday.
yesterday.
Jaded's 98 years old now. Just kidding. He's not that old. He's only 47.
You're always such a butt.
You know it.
Uh,
You know it and you like it. Yes, yesterday was Jaded's birthday. He's 47.
guess my actual age in the chat.
Guess his actual age in the chat and also tell him happy birthday or you're a bitch.
Oh, thank you, Uzi.
What does he look? And don't be nice.
But don't be mean either, just be honest.
Just be honest. Be honest. Well, you're a bitch. How do I look? How does a sad clown look? Does sad clown age me? Uh, okay. Let's get into starting the game. So, we are starting our first session, the Crystals of Zeleth. All we know so far is that it is a survival adventure where we are going to explore a lost civilization and uncover some ancient secrets. And there is not really a intro or anything, so we're just going to pretty much hop right in. So, on last Monday's stream, we did make our character, and I named her since we did not pick a name last week. So I named her Caliday Jones. Her great uncle was the infamous Indiana Jones, who gifted her a crystal skull. This crystal skull is what she uses as her arcane focus to cast her little spells, because she is a a warlarchaeologist. Is that how I'd say it? Warlarchaeologist. That's what we're going with.
I
She's
like
a
it.
warlarchaeologist. She loves a good expedition, tomb diving, and she has her magic little crystal skull to go do some crystal scully things. And if you were here last week, you know pretty much the basics of her stats. We gave her pretty balanced stats across the board. Definitely not min-maxed by any way, shape, or form. We kept her very basic because we figured like combat's not been that hard, so we wanted to have like good um, modifiers all around. So, Jaded, are you ready? Are you ready to get into this place?
Real quick, just Uzi said, at first I thought you were for real and was gonna say you're only 2 years younger than my dad. But they think a good 35.
They think you're 35. They are sucking up.
I am 39 as of
As of
yesterday.
yesterday, he is 39. Next year, he'll be 40. And then I'll have to find somebody new. Just
No.
kidding. Let's start the game.
Okay. Um, it's been most of a day's travel since the jungle rose up around you in a twist of green and brown filled with the sounds of strange beasts. The tangle of trees and vines acts like a living canyon on either side of the rough track that counts as a road. What little you can see of the sky overhead is a flat white overcast, a gentle promise of rain today. Is this an okay narrator voice?
Yes, it's giving oh gosh, what's his name? The guy that does the famous
Bill,
what?
I was gonna say Bill Seacaster a little bit, but
Oh
also
yeah.
you kind of giving like crikey.
Oh no, what's his name?
No,
Who's the nature guy that oh my gosh, he does all the nature documentaries and stuff. I think he's like British or something. Also, Pixel said happy
okay.
birthday.
Oh, thank you, Pike.
I can't think of what it is. If I can think of it, we'll get to it. David Attenborough. Yes, Pixel knows what's up. Sounds like David Attenborough.
All right. Um, the human air is heavy with the smell of flowers and fruit, and the hum of insects hangs just on the edge of your hearing. The heat is nearly overwhelming, and you're running low on water. But your contact assured you that your destination wasn't far. It's a relief knowing you'll not have to spend the night alone in the open out here. As you force yourself through the air that seems to thicken with every step, you confirm once more that you have the map you've been hired to deliver. And that leads to the expedition you will join when you arrive. According to your contract, it's primarily a rescue mission following another team into the jungle. However, the understanding is that your group will also pick up where the last one failed in its search for a supposedly lost city of a powerful ancient civilization. With a healthy advance and an equal share of the treasure, all this discomfort may just be worth it in the end. Add 75 GP to your inventory.
Money already? Dang, getting paid up front. I like this gig. You said 75, right? Also, I like
Yes.
how after we said David Attenborough, you definitely leaned more into like if he was a pirate. 75, right?
Yeah, 75.
Did I not click money? I'm
I like it.
one of these days I'm gonna learn how to use this properly. It will not be today though. I have 140 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. An especially loud trill calls out from somewhere among the trees and vines. You stop a moment and look for its source, but it's hopeless in all of the dense stalk plant growth to either side. It's hard to even tell what direction it came from. Then you round a bend and see a collection of wagons. You've reached the expedition camp at last, but it seems that things may already be getting complicated. Oh, and already an
Oh
error.
gosh, it's so complicated. Our narrator lost their words.
Well, I clicked on the jump and it didn't jump. So,
Okay, speaking of jump, what I want to do is we're getting to the you said we're getting to the camp, so I want to have an entrance. Am I ready for my entrance? Is it time for my entrance?
I think it's time for your entrance.
Okay. So, in good old Indiana Jones fashion, I'm going to find a vine in all of this thick shrubbery, and I'm going to swing in like Tarzan. You know what? We're gonna mix. We're gonna mix references. It's fine. It's fine. We can be Indiana Jones and Tarzan, but I'm swinging into it.
I was going to go with George of the Jungle.
Oh, but I don't want to hit it. Well, we'll see. Are you gonna have me roll?
Do you want me to have your roll?
Well, yes. That's part
Okay.
of the fun. And if you're over on the Purple app, you can help me or hurt me on rolls. You can use channel points to redeem things. Give me advantage, give me disadvantage, give me a 1d4 added to my roll, subtract a 1d4 to my roll. Whatever you want, but you got to be over on the Purple app and you got to watch ads. Sorry about it. Meh. Or just have both of them up at the same time. Have TikTok so you don't have ads. Have the Purple app so that you can do things, you know. Oh, and we got Bane. You are gonna Georgia the Jungle me, aren't you?
All right, so go ahead and give me, I think it's probably acrobatics check.
We can do an acrobatics check. I have a +2 in that one. Oh, and an 18, making it a dirty 20, but it is not a dirty 20 because we have a negative D4. Oh, it's still a 19. Is a 19 high enough? Is a
Yes.
19 high enough?
With a
And no,
night.
it's not. After that, no, it's not. You smack into a tree.
Yes, describe how gracefully you do not hit the trees and land into camp.
So I am swinging through. I'm swinging through. I actually started this a while ago. I wasn't even planning to get to the camp. I was just having some fun. And so I'm swinging. I'm like dodging these trees side to side. And I'm like coming real close. I almost hit one. But then I like kick off of it, do a spin, and then land in the middle of the camp. And I
Okay, so
jiggle my
you.
titties. Or whatever the TikTok appropriate word for that is.
All right, so a group of ragged and roguish explorers is ringed on all sides by a troop of lizard folk with spears. This is what you're landing. You did your fancy landing into.
Did my fancy landing right into the middle of a bunch of spear people. Okay.
Yes. uh, the spears of Obsidian Tip glint in the late afternoon light as they are leveled at what you can only assume is the expedition you're supposed to meet. A human woman is standing 2 paces in front of the rest of the expedition. Her hands are raised in surrender, but her voice is also raised in anger. God damn it, she shouts. We have permission to be here. Do you understand me? We had a deal. One of the lizard folk, wearing a ceremonial necklace of multicolored feathers, lowers its spear tip slightly to address the woman in sibilant, labored common. No deal. Go now. All go now. No, 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 the woman shakes her head in exasperation. We need to get in there. We have people in there. The lizard folk makes some reptilian noises through gritted teeth and moves its spear
Do
tip
it.
from the woman. What?
Do it. Make the noise.
Sorry,
Rept-
let's make some reptilian noises through gritted teeth. I don't know what a reptile sounds like.
that
We
now. It's
we
canon.
need we need Zen to come here to tell me what a reptile sounds like. All right. And moves its spear tip from the woman to point at the jungle instead. Need nothing. More need. Not go in there. The woman takes a step forward and opens her mouth again, but the ring of spear tightens around her. She draws her mouth into a tight line, glancing in both directions. She notices you and cocks her head with curiosity for a moment.
Cocked.
Cocks. Cocks her head with curiosity for a moment, and with me just singling out that word, TikTok is probably like flagged.
Well,
Right.
I just need to know if we're getting to romance, if she's gonna be coming on this hard.
Whoa. In the moment it takes to collect herself, a bearded orc in spectacles lays a thin-fingered hand on her shoulder. If I may, he says without waiting for the reply.
I love that voice for an orc.
This is a orc with spectacles, so that's what they sound
Oh,
like. They wear
nerd orc.
spectacles.
Okay, got it.
Yes, nerd orc. If I may, he says, waiting for the reply. We are an academic expedition searching for the lost city of Zleth.
Nerd.
There is a shop in. What?
Nerd.
Nerd. There is a sharp intake of breath among the lizard folk, along with what sounds like hissed oaths. The spears point at him and he gulps as he adjusts his collar. Well, I suppose that. He looks nervously around himself. Oop, I'm messing up my voices. He looks all around himself. His eyes settle on the woman. So, what do we do now? The tension ratchets up and seems to be reaching breaking point. You can draw your weapon, try to address the lizard folk, or try to get some more information from the expedition.
So we're a fanciful little warlock that doesn't put up with anything. So we are going to be diplomatic.
Going to be diplomatic. So you're going to try and address the lizard folk?
Yes, we're gonna try and address the lizard folk. I'm nervous about combat this early.
Right. You turn to the lizard folk as a group, but your eyes fall on the leader with the multicolored feathers around its neck. With a dramatic clearing of your throat, all eyes turn towards you with expressions ranging from curious to hostile.
Any
You stop.
erotic? Can I do a perception check to see if anyone's feeling it? Or no, I guess that'd be insight, wouldn't it? Insight or perception, I'll take either.
My brain's not ready to actually give you a creative answer, but you can go ahead and roll anyway.
Okay, you got a couple seconds. We're gonna do insight since that's more people related. And I
So
got a
you're trying
15.
You got a 15?
Yes, I feel like that's a decent roll, right? Right?
I okay, Jujubee. All right, out of the corner of your eye, you noticed one lizard folk giving you the eye. Look at you up and down. And yeah.
I just do that briefly, and then I get back to business with a beautiful flower feather leader person.
Right. You start with a greeting and introduce yourself as a member of the expedition. When no one contradicts you, though there are some confused glances, you continue by asking what seems to be the problem here.
What seems to be the problem here?
When no one answers, you decide to try something else. Go
What
ahead
the
and
hell seems to be
go
the
ahead.
problem here, motherfuckers?
So roll a persuasion check, please.
Okay, let's see how this goes. Oh no, that was perception. Wrong one. Persuasion and perception both have peace in them. It's very confusing. Did you do a second Bane? Please tell me that was the first Bane. Okay, I just re-saw the Bane. I thought that we got a second Bane. I was gonna be like, I don't think this is a high enough roll to get a Bane on, so 12.
12. Okay. By the way, he said, throw me in the ring. I'll fight him.
I know, we're gonna get a Moosey. Come on.
All right, so you rolled a 12.
A 12.
All right, let's see. Your efforts are met with blank stares from both the expedition and the lizard folk threatening them. An awkward silence stretches for a beat before the woman speaks on the explorer's behalf, looks back to the lizard folk's leader. What is her voice again? We are losing
Basically the same
time.
voice, just female. Female pirate David Attenborough.
We are losing time, she says, and every minute we waste could be the difference between life and death for the first team. She draws a deep breath, cutting another look at you before continuing. Uh, so, what? I
I
heard a
just
noise.
laughed because just like the silence, like, and she starts to say,
Sorry, it had a jump in it, so I had to wait for the page to load. All right. Let me be very clear, the woman says firmly, then points at the orc beside her. This is Gygar Garantham,
"Can you
a
spell that for
professor.
me?"
Okay. Gygar is Gigar, and then the last name is spelled Grantham.
Okay. I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. I'm being a good player.
All right.
Orc nerd. Okay.
This is Gygar Garantham, a professor of antiquity of some renown, and I am Rija, Rija,
Rija. Thank you.
a person of no renown, but leading this group to retrieve a missing expedition and complete their mission of discovery. The leader of the lizard folk opens his mouth to reply, but he's quickly cut off as Rija points at you. This is the last member of our team arriving with critical information. We are now ready to depart. As per our agreement, you will be providing us with safe passage and a guide. Will you refuse to honor that deal?
Yeah.
Oh, and quickly, please, says the orc identified as Gygar. We have much to do and little time in which to do it. Several of the lizard folk bare their teeth at Rija's brusqueness, and the leader holds his silence as he stares down the haft of his spear at her. Um, One of the lizard folk behind Rija and Gygar lifts his spear and strides directly at the two of them. His eyes burn with intensity as they lock onto the expedition leadership.
I just realized
The,
I don't know what my spells are in this thing. Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
the other crew of the expedition are so focused on the spear tips in their own faces that they don't even notice the movement, but you have enough time to act. Lethal force could hurt your new companions. So, do you rush in to grapple the attacker, use a spell or ability to subdue the attacker, or do you wait and see what happens?
Um, I don't really have that.
So,
The grapple would be like I have negative strength, so I don't think I could grapple them. But I'm wondering if you will let me count this as a grapple, kind of, for the purpose of this. Is I do have shocking grasp, which if I shocking grasp, that makes them not be able to react, which would at least give the person enough time to run away. So it is a way to like give them an escape without being able to grapple.
okay.
Maybe it's more
Um,
combat oriented than RP oriented. But what do you think?
does it also do damage?
It does do damage.
Okay, because I don't know if one like I assume using a spell or ability to subdue the attacker, which kind of sounds like what you're doing, but I understand the grapple portion. But I feel like if you're doing damage with the like spell grapple, then that could lead down a thing of combat, whereas maybe the grapple doesn't. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Didn't it
So
say a grapple or a ability to subdue?
yeah, use a spell or ability to subdue. So I'm gonna just go into that one.
I mean, it's up to you. If you don't think it fits, you are the DM. You're the God of Zaleth.
Oh. Well, like I want to give it to you, I just don't know what each route is actually going to do to see if
Yeah.
it'll
Well, I
fit.
mean, you just. It would
Okay.
be like using like an entangle spell, which could potentially do damage as well, or doing a knockback spell maybe. I don't have repulsing or pushback on
Okay.
my spells yet. We'll just say I can't do anything. We'll claim that
Yeah.
I did nothing, though I wanted to do
Oh,
something.
well, then we're gonna say like I think it fits the spell or ability to subdue the attacker because that's
Okay.
so we're gonna go that route. So it's loading very slow. I don't like that.
I'm glad that you don't know a lot about D&D because I think that's the only way that I'd be able to do this. I feel like most DMs would not let me, but we're doing this for fun. It's fine.
All right, so I'm not gonna. Nope.
No,
Okay.
be a fun DM.
I've already clicked on the thing that Britos
There's
didn't
no going
explain.
back now. We don't have chronomancy for when we've already clicked the link.
Yeah. All right. The group is packed tightly together, and you're reacting quickly to the lizard folk's advance. There's a very good chance you'll hit the expedition with any area effects.
Not an area
Uh,
effect. It's a touch. So I'm just gonna touch them and go beep. Basically, like one of those. I'm a clown, so it fits one of those soccer things. Those rings, and you shake someone's hand and go. Eh.
so it says roll your attack roll or a saving throw on behalf of the lizard folk as required by the speller ability.
Okay, so this is an
So,
attack roll.
so it says if you successfully damage the advancing lizard folk with a speller ability, we're going to go one route. Or if you successfully use a speller ability that can subdue the target without harming it, we can go another route.
Ugh, okay. Oh, well, it looks like I probably missed. I hit with an 8. Do I hit with an 8?
Let's see here.
Hopefully they're naked.
You do not hit.
Me.
So,
Okay. Dang, Uzi, you wouldn't throw that Bane at me and didn't throw me a bless. I see how it is. I see how it is. Okay, so I go and
okay,
try to joke shock him and I fail. Good start to the game. This is why I
okay.
didn't want to combat.
All right. The advancing lizard folk shakes off your attempt, but he also pauses to look at you with a flat expression. You feel momentarily that you might be in danger and tense up, but he turns his attention quickly to Rija and Gaiga. Still, he spares you the occasional glance to make sure you're not going to try something else.
Yeah, I'm gonna try something else. Thank you, Uzi. Uzi gave me advantage. I'm gonna try something else. Fireball! Oh, we don't have fireball yet.
um, the lizard folk warrior positions himself directly in front of Rija and pats a clawed hand on his chest. Uh, Zakar, he says, Zakar guide you. Oh, how wonderful! Geiger says as he looks as if he would have clapped his hands if he hadn't caught himself. A local guide? That could make all the difference. Rija. She presses her lips and nods, but her eyes remain on the guide. Zakar is sinewy and that's not a text thing. Sorry. Uh, Zakar is sinewy and hunched over slightly. Few of the other lizard folk stand straight, but your guide appears especially bent under the weight of a stone tablet on his back.
Hmm.
It doesn't seem to slow him down, however, as he seems light on his feet and handles his spear with an easy grace. Gaiga purses his lips around his tusks, looking back and forth between Rija and Zakar. Finally, he leans in to whisper to her. She listens and nods without ever taking her eyes off the lizard folk warrior. Welcome, Zakar, Regis says finally. We've been expecting you. Zakar's jaw apart in what you can only guess is a smile. He turns to his tribe mates, speaking in a few sharp syllables. Though there are some holdouts, a command from the feathered chieftain makes sure everyone lowers their spears and begins to relax. The leader of the group does not seem happy about it. Can't be disturbed, the chieftain says in parting. No. Fine people, go home.
Vine?
Uh, find people.
Find people. I was gonna say,
Yes.
dang, they're calling me out and swinging on a vine already. Damn, hateful.
Uh, Takar taps a claw on the stone tablet on his back. The lizard folk's leader backs up, even making some deferential gestures. Eventually, he turns and the other warriors fall in line behind him. The lizard folk all blend into the jungle, leaving just Zakar behind with you.
How do you spell
So,
Zakah?
Z apostrophe K
Oh, look at that. Okay, got it.
A. Right. Uh, so that's it then, Risha says as she turns to you. And now we have you too. And a map? You present her with the map you've been assigned to deliver. Gygar scurries up to take it from you, rubbing his hands in glee. Oh, perfect, Gygar says, collecting the roll of oiled leather from you. Yes, this is the piece that was missing from the last team. We'll find the city for sure. Uh, the expedition, Regis says. We'll find the expedition for sure. He looks up at her, blinking. Yes, that's what I meant, of course.
Me not even getting that we forgot about the expedition. Like, no, yeah, definitely. We're gonna find that secret civilization. Other people, if they're lucky. Indiana
Uh,
Jones didn't go out saving people. He went out getting treasure.
yeah. Uh, Risha glances after the lizard folk, who have already disappeared into the jungle. She draws a sharp breath and lets it out with a sigh. You'd better come with me, she says to you and beckons toward the camp. One of these days I'm gonna get the voice like not
No.
transition to my normal voice
I
or
mean, this is
normal-ish
session
voice.
1. You're okay.
All right. Uh, now that the lizard folk are gone, the crew of the expedition breathe a collective sigh of relief. Though they continue to glance at the edges of the jungle, they continue about the tasks of setting up camp. With a grin straining at the edges of his mouth, Gyga takes the map you've brought into a covered wagon. Rija oversees the crew's efforts, tossing out casual orders and even occasional good-natured insult as she shows you through the camp.
I like her.
Thank you for delivering the map, she says. She continues, though you can't tell how sincere she is, and for your help with the lizard folk. She gestures at a patch of damp earth next to a fire pit that's already been set up. Here's where you'll be tonight. As we travel, find a spot near the fire. You won't need it for the heat, but you'll be thankful for the smoke when the mosquitoes come out. You thank her, and she nods. You'll get breakfast and supper with the expedition, she says. You'll get breakfast and supper with the expedition, she says, pointing at a pot hanging over an unlit fire. Then she hooks a thumb to a collection of crates and barrels. We have enough food and fresh water to last us weeks in the jungle, as long as we stick close to the roads, and the equipment for a base camp if we have to blaze our own trail from there. You let her know that you understand, and she
I
nods
let her know
again.
that I understand.
How do you let her know?
I say, I understand. Finger
And she
guns.
nods again. And she nods again, though possibly more curtly. Now this is where most
Curtly,
people. Yep.
isn't that mean?
I like. I think it's
Stern?
like very short,
Yeah.
so it could be read as that.
She doesn't love my finger guns, and I hate her now.
Did you do a finger guns that I didn't get to see?
Yes, I did little finger guns. Like,
All right. Now, this is where most people would ask if you have any questions, but I honestly can't be bothered. We wake at dawn, and tomorrow you'll be coming with me to scout ahead. If
Coming.
you what?
None. Go ahead.
If you need anything else, or if you need anything, ask someone else. Uh,
Hmm.
Clearly, your orientation has come to an end. Ree just turns and strides off into camp, leaving you to figure out what to do with yourself.
Okay, what do
You
I
make
do
a
with
quick.
myself? Okay, so real quick, Richa is the leader. Is she the leader, or is she just the lady that talked the most? What's the difference? Uh,
Uh, she's giving leader, but
she's giving leader.
I don't remember.
Okay, because I feel like I don't know. I'm assuming she's the leader. I'm gonna put her as leader, and so we have her and Rygar, and then Zakea. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. I need to figure out who I need to talk to. I want to talk to Zakea when I get a moment.
Okay. Um, by the way, I'm thinking about the voice that I'm doing for the narrator, and it's kind of giving the
It's
one spell
giving.
that Adane uses in
Oh yes, identify.
yes, the
Identify
identify
from
spell.
Fantasy High.
Yes.
I see that, which I think is very David Attenborough.
Ah, yes. This has been another use of the identify spell.
No, we've not
All right.
used the advantage yet. No rolls have come yet.
Nope, but could be coming up. Let's see.
Let's
All right.
see.
Uh, you make a quick circuit of the camp on your own. The expedition is well equipped for the jungle, even if you're not. Damn,
I'm very
narrative being
ready for the
shady.
jungle, bitch. I have proficiency in survival. I'm a survivor. Beyonce wrote a
Everyone,
whole song about me.
everyone has been to their own preparations for the night, leaving you time to meet your new comrades or explore. You can try to speak to Rija again, anyway.
Yeah,
Speak to Gaigar, who is flipping through some books.
no.
Greet the lizard folk Zakar,
Zakah.
or speak to various laborers and porters that make up the bulk of the expedition.
Zakah. Lizard friend with
Okay,
stone tablet back. I want that one.
okay, we are going to lizard folk Zakar. You approach Zakar while he's sitting alone. The lizard folk warrior shows no interest in talking with you as he eats a large hunk of raw and not very fresh meat of unknown provenance. The tablet he was carrying on his back now rests on the ground beside him, and he is giving its full attention. As he tears and gnaws at his meal gripped in one hand, and his other hand is tapping along the lines of text in an alphabet you cannot read.
Yes, I
Uh,
can. I can read it. I have comprehend languages, bitch. You better. You want to bet I can't read it? I can read it.
we'll see if the book actually gives anything, but go ahead and roll an insight check.
An insight check. So this
Yes.
one I get advantage from Uzi.
Yeah.
Ooh, and I need it. Okay, a 5 or. Oh god, it's worse! A 4! I rolled a 4 and a 5 with advantage. Okay, well,
Oh,
I guess I'm not very
so
insightful today. You know what? Somebody had wanted Caliday to have proficiency in insight, and I thought that it made more sense to have proficiency in perception. This is what I get. Not that a +2 would have mattered.
it would not have. All right. Uh, the lizard folk is about as expressive as the stone tablet he is tapping on. You have no idea what he's thinking, or even doing, other than slowly chomping away at a large, questionable piece of meat.
Mm.
Your presence does not go unnoticed, however. Zakar sees you and looks up from the stone tablet he's studying. It must not be disturbed, he says, and then taps at the particular word on his tablet. And then he turns back to his reading material and his meal, ignoring you again. You back away from him before going off in search of another way to spend your evening.
Fucking Zakar! I was so excited to get to talk to them. I wish that this was not a pre-written module and that we could go a little bit off the books because I'm
Mm.
already like, well, I have minor illusion. I'm gonna fake that tablet. I'm gonna steal it, And then I'm gonna read it with my comprehend languages. What about that? But we'll see if we get that option later. Probably not. Keep on going.
Well, that usually says this
Oh,
always happens when I help you.
I still appreciate it, Uzi.
Let's see here. Um, so you can either try to speak to Rija, talk to Gaiga, or speak to the rest of the crew.
We'll talk to the rest of the
Well,
crew because the named people don't seem to be very nice to me.
well, we don't know how Gaigar feels about you yet,
Yeah, well, I'm not
but
very nice to him.
all right, we're gonna speak to the rest of the crew. Yeah. You seek out the rank and file of the expedition. Laborers, porters, wagon drivers, and tradespeople. They have already started a fire with a stew bubbling away over it. As you approach, they greet you warmly, and one offers you a bowl to fill from the pot. Another person passes you a steel cup filled with warm, fresh water tasting mildly of tree sap.
Aw,
They banter among each other and with you, but there is a definite undercurrent of tension. Everyone occasionally glances at the edge of the jungle around the camp, on the lookout for more dangers. The conversation eventually turns to the expedition itself. Mixed in with the bravado, it seems that the crew have some reservations about the journey that they aren't sharing. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
oh yes, persuasion. Okie dokie. 13.
With the 13, you succeed.
Yay, I won something.
After some pressing, the crew open up. They are fearful, but Gaigar seems to have deep pockets. He at least has aristocratic airs about him.
Damn, maybe I should have gone Bud Geiger. Give me some money.
But his posturing and self-aggrandizing might just be to cover up that it's a certainty that not everyone will return from this expedition. Besides the poisonous snakes and roaming tribes of lizard folk, there's a creeping dread in the jungle. The crew complain in their own way about a nagging malaise, like they're just about to get sick, but haven't quite fallen ill yet.
Oh, I hate that. Like when my throat starts getting dry and then I know I'm gonna be sick in the next couple days. I feel it.
But that Rita knows what she's doing, says one wagon driver's. Aye, replies the cook.
Hey!
Quiet lady for sure, but she's one to be reckoned with. And you here too, adventurer. Maybe we'll have a chance.
I will. I'm the main character. Y'all don't even have a name, so sorry.
I mean, it is possible for the main character to get unalived.
No, it's
So,
not.
um, a general murmur of assent passes around the crew. You make no promises as you finish your stew, and then continue on with your evening. Now you can try to speak to Rija, or you can talk to Geiger, or if you're feeling ready to turn in for the night,
We know we
you can
got
go
some
that route.
money. We're gonna get some Geigar.
Going to Geiger.
Yes, I'm gonna poke holes in that condom. We're gonna get somewhere by the end of this. That's so inappropriate. I'm walking away from this rich. Okay, go ahead.
Uh,
If you can.
oh, okay. Real quick, Uzi says, did you ever change the rules of tag when you were younger?
Oh, like I had anyone to play tag with. I would have had to have friends, Uzi.
You and Zen didn't play tag?
No. One time we played a type of baseball where they threw a Coke bottle across the room and I hit it back with a pillow and I nearly took their eye out.
Fun stories. Okay.
That's honestly that was so formative for me. I gave up on doing anything athletic for the rest of my life from that because I'm like, oh, it's too easy to hurt someone. No, thank you.
Oh,
But yes, change the rules of all the games if I can. Trying to change the rules to this game.
Can we do like 50 billion different things in this very structured environment?
Hey, this is your second campaign. You're becoming so experienced, Jaded. You're gonna have so much DM experience by the end of this that we're gonna be able to go off the books. You're going to
I
make an
still
entire world and campaign of your own, and then we're going to invite our wonderful friends in chat to join us.
I still don't know what's going on in the future of this, so like I do
You
not have
will
the
when we get to
knowledge
the
of it.
end,
Like I don't have the knowledge of the DM, so
or you got the
uh,
voice, and that's half the battle.
all right, so going to talk to Gygar.
Yes, get
Um,
some money.
Gygar is one of the few people not in a bedroll on the ground. He seems to be living quite luxuriously in the back of one of the wagons. He even has a makeshift bookcase made out of stacked crates and a table bolted into the frame. He's reading as you approach, but he sets aside the book when you draw near.
Hey, nerd.
Ah, adventurer,
Oh, you
he
got cut
says.
out a little bit. I think that was a little too
Mm,
loud.
so- ah, adventurer, he says. What a delight! Quite the to-do with the lizard folk, eh? Well,
Yeah.
never mind all that. Come take a look at this. Uh,
Okay. I'll get a look at that.
he waves he waves you up into the wagon. There's even a little folding set of stairs leading up to his rolling office. Once you climb up, he passes you the book he was perusing.
Come on, Rich.
You see that it's his own notebook, including scraps of paper from other documents. The scrap he's pointing to has lines of glyphs running down the paper, alongside some sketches of odd-looking animals. Go ahead and roll a history check.
Oh, a history check. Let me know if I pass before you continue. Oh,
Okay.
I have proficiency in history. I have a 17.
Okay, 17. You pass.
Yeah, I know what it is. Okay, well, now that I passed, I actually don't have anything clever to say. I only had something clever if I failed.
Go ahead and roll with disadvantage.
Roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, I
I'm
joke.
too good. Oh no, another 17.
Damn.
I know. To
I
make up
was
for
just
that 4 and
joking.
5 I rolled earlier, I got two 17s.
All right, so let's go to the success. All right. You dig deep into your knowledge of the ancient world and successfully decode some of the glyphs. They seem to be notes or messages to indicate a corruption that has affected the waters, fruits, and flesh of the land. You tell your findings to Gygar, and he slaps his forehead.
Gygar, here are my findings.
Be gods, you're right, he says. How could I have not seen this sooner? Thank you so much, adventurer.
Am I going to actually get to know what I found out? What do I know?
Uh, you tell the orc that he's welcome, and he points out a note that appears to be much more recent. See these symbols? He says, tapping a finger on the few of the characters. This is the word Zaleth. It tells us that this book will be a valuable resource to us. Very valuable. Uh, Geiger turns his attention back to his book. An awkward silence stretches on, unbroken. So you eventually just leave the scholar to his work and continue on with the beginning of your evening.
I actually get up on his bed and I pull my. I mean, it doesn't really work on this because it's already off the shoulder, but I'm just like, and I sit there for like a good 30 minutes, just like lightly moaning, uh, and then give up.
Um, I was gonna try to think of some sort of check to do, but
Well, whatever it was, I failed because he ignored me.
I was gonna do something like he does notice you. He's like, "Do you have something going on with your throat?" Like,
I just need some
but
water. I just need some water real bad. Oh, you want to water me?
Ooh, okay. um, so
This is not
now,
TikTok. Okay, we are 18 plus. It's TikTok appropriate enough.
so now uh you can try to speak to Reacher,
Nope, I'm
or if
done with her.
you're
I'm
feeling a
going to
little,
bed.
okay, you're going to bed. You're turning in for the night. Right. Uh, the sky is beginning to darken, and it's time to find a place for the night. But the hot weather has begun to take its toll. You check your water supply and see that you've just got a couple of mouthfuls left.
I
You'll
know.
need
I
to
said I was
refill.
thirsty. Geiger wouldn't water me. Just.
Oh God.
I feel like
You'll
that's
need to
worse with
refill.
this face. I feel like this face. I just got a glimpse of me doing that. I'm like, oh God, no! Somebody be into it. Somebody be into it. And if they are, let me give you my cash app.
This is where you become a fetish content creator.
You know what? You know that. Okay, little side tangent. I accidentally watched fetish content like religiously for a while. I had no idea. It was this beautiful. Uh, there are clown efforts ever somewhere. Exactly. There's this like beautiful Japanese girl, and she would just make silly voices and then like take like raw fish and just like smack it around and like just do weird things. And me being the like gray ace person I was, I had no idea that it was fetish content. And I used to watch everything of hers. I loved her so much. She was hilarious. And then after I saw her putting the fish between her toes, I was like, okay, okay, something's going on here. That's what it took. Oh God.
Uh,
Okay, what are we doing? We going to bed, right?
um, so we were in the process, I think, of going to bed. Just a heads up, we do have ads in about 25 seconds. I don't know if you want to pause once that hits.
Sounds like someone needs to subscribe. Just kidding, Uzi. Sorry.
All right.
Well, we're just gonna sleep for the night. What are we doing sleeping for the night?
All right. So, you check your water supply and see that you've just got a couple of mouthfuls left. You'll need to refill soon, especially in this sweltering heat. Based on the humidity, you don't expect it to cool off much at night. The small stream of burbles along beside the clearing where your expedition made camp,
Or
you can
what?
see
Verbals?
burbles.
Burbles?
Burbles, yes.
B-E-R-B-L-E-S.
No, Burbles.
What's a burble? The kobold? I
Like
don't know
a
what a
burbling, it's a burbling stream. Like
blue
it's like,
nails.
I want to say it's like a
Okay.
like maybe.
Okay, come on, burbles. I want a pet burble.
But the small stream burbles along beside the clearing where your expedition made camp,
Oh, it's
and
a
you seem to,
verb. I was looking up
yes.
nouns. I thought it was a noun. The stream burbles I thought was like a little creature.
No,
Okay.
like
Education.
like the stream itself is burbling.
Uzi's
Uh,
giving me a bless. Be like, we need this
yeah.
for like a real life perception.
I think you've just successfully like made them feel bad for the one time they used Bane on you.
Oh no. We love a little drama. Okay, what is the stream is burbling?
Okay. Bless for these ads.
Yeah, thank you, Uzi, for putting up with the ads.
So since they gave you bless, let's fill this next 60 seconds with some fun, stimulating conversation. What do you think of the
One
adventure
third,
so
thank you
far,
for the
Popper?
follow. Sorry, what?
What do you think of the adventure so far?
The adventure. So far, everyone's pissing me off. I wanted to like the car. I was going to give it all to I almost said Gengar. I'd give it all for Gengar. Ooh, we'd make little Ghastlies for sure. But
I
everyone's
like that.
mean. Everyone's mean to me.
I like that you went for Gengar too, because there's a Pokemon called Gligar, which could be closer to Gygar.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I think everyone's mean, and that better change, or I'm going to make my warlock pact with the devil, and we're gonna start some fires. Thanks to all of y'all. I packed myself up with some fire magic. We're gonna have a lot of fire magic this time around. When y'all want me to do an arson, we're gonna do an arson. Yes, Uzi, fires all around. So what we got, Jaded?
Okay. Uh, so gonna reread the same sentence for the third time, but um,
The
a small
blurbles?
blurble. A small stream babbles along beside the clearing where expedition made camp, and you've seen barrels of fresh water that have been unloaded from the wagons. You can either try the stream or the barrel for a refill.
I assume the barrel would probably be healthy water. Though I am a I'm a little nervous. No, I'm gonna go with the stream water. I'm a
I mean,
survivalist. I'm used to the nature,
it's burbling. I think a
and
burble
it's
means that it's
burbling.
healthy.
Yes, burbles. I like my water with extra burbles.
All
Ooh, it's
right.
like sparkling.
Okay. From a distance, the stream seems to burble and slop merry along the jungle floor.
Burble.
Up close, the smell hits you like a war hammer. The water is brownish green and stinks of rot or worse. It's definitely not drinkable, but something is sustaining the lushness around you. The wildlife nearby must drink it. You can either fill the water skin and drink it anyway, or you can fill it and cast Purify Food and Drink on it. Alternatively, you can go to the barrels at camp.
I knew I should have got purify food and water. I knew it. I was looking at it when we were doing when we were doing the character creation, and I saw that word survival, and I'm like, they're not going to make me do rations and stuff. Damn it. Okay, so either I can fill it, which I don't think we should do, or I can go back, right?
I
Yeah,
mean,
scared of the water.
as the narrator said, it's something is sustaining the lushness around you. The wildlife nearby must drink it.
Jaded's railroading me, and he doesn't even know where the story goes.
I do not
Fine,
know
we're
where
going
it
to do
goes.
that. Maybe it'll be magic
Oh.
taint water. I love a magic wet taint.
Are you sure? Since I kind of bullied you into it,
Well, yeah, because
like
you bullied me
like
into it.
what would your character do?
My character would just I keep looking at my spells, trying to remember if there's anything I can do, because I'm like, I would cast like detect on it or something, but I don't know.
Mhm.
But that's not really an option. So we're gonna get the water anyway.
Okay, so
You
you're gonna
said
fill the
that
water.
yeah, you said that the water has to be sustaining people, and I'm a survivalist. I'm used to weird shit, so we're gonna go for it. We're gonna be like, magic water, not the first time,
All right, so we are filling your water skin and drinking it anyway.
and roll a
All
new
right.
character. What were you
um,
thinking? Roll a new character.
you take a sip of water, and the vileness of it nearly overwhelms you. You struggle against it. Roll a Constitution saving throw to resist disease. Or if are you immune to disease?
No,
All right,
I'm not
roll
an
a const.
Argonian.
So roll a Constitution saving throw, and you have also been blessed.
Oh, thank you for the bless. Oh, I forgot about the bless. Okay, so it's an 8. 8 plus a D4 for bless. 8, 9, 10, 11. I got an 11.
You got an 11.
Hey, nerdy gurdy.
Unfortunately, the narrator bullied you into this, and you failed the skill
Dang,
check.
with an 11. Oh, I was hoping to be a 50-50.
You had to roll a 12 or more. Uh,
Can I guidance myself? Crystal Skull, please tell me not to drink this poison water. Okay, fine. I'm poisoned.
all right. Well,
Or
I think
diseased.
so. Let's see what it says.
Not the first
Um,
time I've gotten a disease. Normally they're of the venereal disease type. Damn it, I got tripped up on my words. That was funny.
all right. Uh, almost as soon as the water hits your tongue, you are brought to your knees with a dizzying, feverish weakness. You double over on the soggy ground next to the stream and vomit up everything you've eaten in what seems like the last week. With
Damn.
blurry eyes and buzzing ears, you drop to your side and shake violently for what feels like a very long time. Eventually, several pairs of hands help you get upright.
And then they punch me in the face, be like, "What is wrong with you? Why are you drinking the green water?
uh,
We poop there. We're all pooping there. Why did you do that?"
uh, here, says a high-pitched voice. Your eyes flutter open to a female gnome holding a tin cup to your lips. You drink a gulp of clean water from the cup. You gonna make it?
Hopefully not. This is awful.
Your body nearly rejects the water, but you manage to just barely hold it down. You
Nerdy,
sit
thank
up
you
to
for the follow.
you sit up to find two of the wagon drivers holding you up. With a nod, you tell them you'll live, but feel terrible.
There is
You
that.
so
I feel like
you
the
are
last time I did drag and then I puked for an hour.
so you are poisoned until your next long rest.
Poisoned. That's
Yes.
disadvantage on checks, isn't it? Or is it just attack
So
rolls?
um, I'm gonna read the description here real quick, and then uh, even if you are normally immune to the poison condition, uh, after your long rest, you'll roll a Constitution saving throw against a DC 12, and if you pass, you recover. But if you fail, you are still poisoned until your following long rest.
I'm gonna be
Uh,
poisoned the entire game.
um, but if you fail, you are still poisoned until your following long rest, when you can roll to save again. Repeat the process until you recover. Being poisoned gives you disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Dang, on everything pretty much.
Okay, at least it doesn't seem like it's doing damage to you, so.
I'd rather take damage, honestly. Okay, y'all, you hear that? I have disadvantage on pretty much every roll that we're gonna be moving. You go over to the purple app, go to my channel points, give me some blesses. And give me some blesses, give me some advantage, give me all of that because I'm gonna need it.
Like,
Disadvantage won't give me anything since I already have
I,
disadvantage, so don't waste your points on disadvantaging me.
I assume that if someone does cast the Guiding Bolt for advantage, which I think Uzi did,
Yeah, Uzi, thank
um,
you.
I assume that just means you do a standard roll.
Yep, that's just a standard roll.
Okay. Um, the Burley Expedition wagon drivers help you up and back to camp.
Burly?
Yeah, you'll be fine. One of them says. Come on, you won't be doing that again, I bet. Let's get you some clean
Not
water.
unless God tells me to again. Thanks, God.
No problem. I mean, I assume that's how God reacts to like all the pain and misery. He says, "Thanks God for doing this," and it's like,
No
"Cool."
problem. Well, I honestly shouldn't have listened to you. I know you don't know where the story's heading either, but for some reason, the way you were saying it was I thought maybe you had a hint of something interesting was going to happen, not me vomiting for an entire day and being poisoned for potentially the rest of the game.
I did not know where it was going. I was just using the words of the book to get into your mind. Like, so
Oh,
it
mind
was really the book.
games.
The book was trying to convince you.
Okay, well, the book's a bitch. Okay, so let's go. I'm poisoned forever,
Okay.
probably.
By the time you reach camp, you're no longer being held up, but still feel brutally sick. But at least there's water in the barrels.
Gotta rub that in. There's water in the barrels. You dumb bitch. Why didn't you just go to the barrel?
Quite.
Okay, water in the barrels. Got
Uh,
it.
you dip your water skin into the barrel to fill it with fresh water. Taking a pool, you realize that, while the water is warmer than some baths you've had, at least it's clean and quenches your thirst. This would have read completely differently, or at least slightly differently, had we just went to the barrels and not
Yeah.
taken the detour.
Ah,
Um, As you drink your fill, Rija joins you with her own canteen. Oh, dang. I see you found the safe water, she says. This, this
Where were
jungle
you,
doesn't.
Risha? Where were you?
Maybe she could have told you if you want to talk to her.
Oh yeah. I guess I did purposely not go talk to her. Well, let's go.
uh, this jungle doesn't have a name, but it has more ways to kill you than you can count. But the water is the first. See, she could have told you. Um,
Okay,
she,
Jaded. This is reading sassy enough without you adding to it.
um, she takes a drink and offers you a crooked smile. Uh, Tomorrow morning, I'm sure we'll find a few more. She continues with the same smile. Good night, and don't let anything bite.
Okay.
Um, she
Bye,
turns.
Risha.
She turns. Uh, she.
Okay.
Uh, she turns towards one of the fires getting started, and you go find your own spot. Despite the noise of a few crew members enjoying a nightcap and the equally active mosquitoes buzzing in your ears, your tiredness quickly overcome you.
Now the burbles are inside me! Get them out!
Uh, you wake with the sun and a nudge of Reach's boot. It rained overnight, which has dried somewhat to leave just a slight dampness to your clothes and a near certainty of leeches in your boots.
Leeches in
Still,
my boots? There's a leech in my boots!
still, you had a decent night's rest.
Yeah,
You,
minus all the diarrhea and puking. You know what? I'll take what I can get.
you gained the benefits of a long rest, so
Oh, so I get
go
to do a
ahead.
roll, right?
Yes, you get to do I think it was a constitution roll.
Constitution. Wait, so this
And
is a constitution roll. That's a saving throw. So this is not at disadvantage because it didn't say saving throws. It said attacks and ability checks. So that means that I get to roll this with advantage because of Uzi's guiding bolt. Is that
I
Constitution?
think so, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And
but I don't need to because nat 20. I'm no longer sick. Fuck you, Burbles.
well, the initial effects of the water were to make you feel very ill and poisoned. Um, Surprisingly, your body digested it pretty well, and it actually gives you a bonus to hit points.
Oh, I thought that was a 1. It was a 7. I rolled the advantage, and I was like, what? I got a nat 20 and a 1 at the same time. But I'm so
By the way, those
happy
are
my
like,
gut stopped burbling.
but those are two like bonus temporary hit points, not like two hit points to the rest of your
Yeah.
game. Let's see here. Let's go, she says,
Let's
and tosses you.
go.
She says and tosses. Oh, I'm not getting this voice down at this moment.
Wahoo!
Oh, she says and tosses you a packet of rations. That wasn't even a
That
Mario voice.
that went from Mario to the Leprechaun.
Uh, all right. I am the identify spell. I am the identify spell.
It's getting me some
Right.
rations from what I heard.
She says and tosses you a packet of rations. Eat on the trail. The two of you pass through the camp, which is just starting to rise and pack to move out for the day and go on to scout the way ahead. You can either engage regen conversation, walk quietly together and observe your surroundings, or split up to sneak through the jungle.
Oh, I'm on the fence because I don't like her very much, but also she could have been helpful, so I feel like I need to get information. Um, ooh, ooh. Ooh, do we want to talk to her or do we want to just look at things? I do have good perception. I'm good at looking at shit. Um, let's go with. I'm not gonna talk to her. Fuck her. She didn't. She had her chance. I tried to save her life when the lizard person attacked her, and she was rude to me. So that means I'm going to give her the silent treatment, and I'm going to look around and hopefully see another lizard person coming out to stab her up real good. And this time I'm not doing anything.
Okay, so you don't want to split up and sneak through the jungle?
No, I don't. Well, uh, no,
Okay.
no, I don't
Okay.
want to split up, sneak through the jungle. Part of me wants to do that, but at the same time, I just had Burbles try to rip out my insides, so we're going to stick with the group for now.
Okay. So you're gonna walk quietly together and observe your
Yeah,
surroundings.
still holding my stomach. I'm not sick anymore, but I'm like, ooh, that was rough. And they only had freaking nuts and berries to eat.
Uh, Rachel looks so glad that it looks like you're choosing not to talk to her because she definitely didn't want to talk to you.
Did she? Does it say that?
It does not say that.
Okay, I was about to say this bitch. We are going to have a problem. I'm going to fight her. Find her stat block right now, Richard. Find it. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Uh, you and Rija walk in silence, though, sh- though she seems to prefer it that way.
I hate this lady.
You both stand the trees on either side of the jungle's closest equivalent to a road. The wide path you're on is at least passable with the wagons, but Rija catches your eye with a nod, then hooks up a thumb toward the trees. You nod back, and you push your way into thick undergrowth with her. Go ahead and roll a survival check.
Ooh, I got survivals. Ooh, 19 plus 3, 22.
You fail your survival check. No.
Ah!
Okay.
I
You
didn't,
just
right?
you did not. You had
Okay,
to
I was gonna say,
get a
dang, I'm
10.
not meant to survive then.
No, you got a 10. Uh, Looking around, you see that this unnamed jungle is extraordinarily thick, with a K, not two C's.
Oh,
Um, but despite that fact, it does not appear to be a healthy growth. A palpable corruption hangs in the air, a heady mixture of sickly sweet abundance, overabundance, with a thick undertone of rot. Tree trunks twist and bend as if avoiding the light. The
hmm.
vines that you normally expect to be hanging from the canopy loop around trees in a strangling grip. An unidentifiable mass of fur and rotting flesh is bound to the ground at one point, held in a mass of thorny growth you've never seen before that sprouts jagged flowers the color of blood.
That's
Even
crazy.
the even the birds seem to be different. You hear no bird song, none of the tweets or trills you'd expect in such dense vegetation. There are only sharp caws and almost human shrieks of creatures somewhere up in the canopy. Everything you see lives without thriving, but there seems to be a source of the corruption. Though it's as subtle as the direction of a twisted tree or a slight increase in the number of red flowers on the victim, everything points to the northeast. It's unclear if Rita sees the same thing that you do, but she also seems to glance to the northeast at least once. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Yeah, bitch, give me that perception. 19.
19. You just had to beat an 8, so good job.
Oh, I am so survivally perspective. As long as I don't drink weird
Uh,
water, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be so good.
As you are looking around you, you see a long serpentine form in the branches overhead, just before it drops toward you. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh gosh.
So I wonder what would have happened had you not.
I know. I'm like, I already got to roll a saving throw, and I saw him. Oh, fudge my hole. 5.
A 5?
Not snakes too. Yes, I got a 5.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that was not enough. You just had to get an 8 or more.
Oh, only an 8 and I couldn't do it.
All right.
Okay, so I'm getting attacked by a snack. 3 snacks.
The scaly foam that drops out of the canopy above narrowly misses you, but it doesn't stop there. A pair of snake heads start out from the quickly uncoiling mass. They hiss and snap at you with rows of sharp teeth. You dance back just out of reach and ready yourself for a fight.
Okay, so I failed
Yeah.
the saving throw and it still didn't hit me.
So I guess it didn't hit you, but uh, you are at least now in combat.
Okay, maybe
So,
I could have just like ripped its head off in a queen slice or something. Okay, we're in a
uh,
combat, right? And
there's a little bit of description
okay,
first,
go ahead.
but
I was gonna ask
right.
some clarifying question.
Uh, the massive two-headed serpent's erratic weaving and coiling make it almost impossible to escape. Kill it! Rija calls out, wrestling with the forked tail of the creature, leaving you free to deal with the business end.
Ooh,
Right.
is that the
Uh,
butt? I know that's my business end.
okay. Uh, though there's no sign of venomous fangs, its several rows of sharp teeth will do enough damage to put you down for a killing embrace. The corrupted constrictor will fight you to death. And it has a note here that for this fight, the constrictor cannot move to pursue you, and it cannot constrict you. You have initiative and get to act first.
Okay, so this is what we're fighting. It's like a two-headed snake, but it also has 2 butts. It's splitting in the back and the front. I pulled up a picture of it.
I think Pike says not snakes too.
I know, the snacks. Okay, so initiative roll.
Kind of cute snakes
Oh,
though.
dang it. Yeah,
They're
they're
pink.
pink. I only got a 6 on initiative. This would have made
Okay.
sense on my cleric that had 0 dexterity. This I actually have
Um,
dexterity on this character.
you didn't have to roll for initiative. It said you have initiative and get to act first.
Wait. Oh, so I thought it was if I get initiative. Uh,
No.
Something happened. Okay, well, yay! I get to act first, even though my initiative roll's terrible, and I failed that. I'm so confused by that failed dexterity save, but you know what? I'll take it.
Um,
Nothing bad happened. So I'm going to first use a bonus action to cast Hex on it.
okay.
Oh, I didn't mean to do. Okay, that's weird how it works. Okay, so I cast Hex on it, which uses up my only spell slot. Let's hope I don't need that later. Please don't break my concentration. And then I'm going to, you know, normally I would do an Eldritch Blast, as one does as a warlock, but we know our viewers. We know our viewers love arson. So we're gonna do fireball or not fireball, but fire bolt instead.
Okay. Real quick, I have a question. Like next to hit points, it has a number, but then in parentheses it says 2d10 plus 2.
So I'm assuming that's if you wanted to roll for the health.
Okay. Do you
We're
want to
just
roll
gonna
for
use
the health?
what?
Do you want to roll for the health or?
No, I'd say just for simplicity's sake, let's just use what it has. I'm already
Okay.
typically they're going to use like the average on a spell not spell stat block. So if we
Okay.
just go with the average, it'll keep things simpler. Yes, arson.
Okay.
So we are going to do also I'm going to do a hex of it said it's not going to do grapple, but I'm going to do a strength hex just in case if it does anything strength based. It's going
Okay.
to roll at disadvantage. And I am going to. Where is my firebolt? There it is. Oh, okay. 13.
So you rolled 13 damage,
No, I rolled 13 for the AC.
or
I
for
have
the
to hit
ace.
their AC. My hit was a 13.
Okay, sorry. So yes, you hit.
Okay. So I hit it. That means I get to do a 1d10. I hate this game. I
What
rolled
did
a
you get?
1 on the 1d10, but it's also hexed,
Hmm.
and I got a 6. So I hit it with 7.
Hit so you hit it for 7.
Yeah, come on, Hex. Come on, Hex. Carrying my damage.
Okay.
Also, Hex does is it necrotic damage for Hex? What is Hex's damage? Yeah, necrotic damage for Hex, and I did fire damage for the one firebolt, the one damage to firebolt. So if they have necrotic or fire resistance, that's going to half the damage. Do they have any kind
Okay.
of resistances?
I do not see any sort of resistances now.
Perfect. So I hit him with a 7.
Okay. So let's see here. Then the cryptid constrictor snake snaps at you,
Ah,
uh, and they have multi-attack, which means they make 2 bite attacks.
that's rude of
So
them.
we're going to roll to see like if both attacks hit. So I'm going to do that first.
Please don't hit and break my concentration,
So
or I'm out of spell slots.
okay, everyone noticed the little doobly-doo. I don't know which direction is in regards to me,
Oh
but
yes, Jaded's dice actually is it coming up proper? Yeah, okay, you can see it in the corner.
so here we go. Here goes the roll.
Oh fuck you!
Okay, so the first one is a 16.
I have a 13 armor class, so it hits.
Okay. And let's see if the second one hits. Second
Ooh.
one does not hit.
Oh, does it have a modifier?
+3, but that's
Okay,
still not
7
going to do
would
it.
still not hit.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So it only hit me once. Everyone, cross your fingers for
All right.
concentration check.
So that means we get to do a 1d4 plus 1 piercing damage.
And I did a 14 concentration, so as long as it's above 10, I think I pass.
Okay. So it looks like it did 2 plus 1, which is 3 damage to you.
Oh, awesome. So it only did 1 damage because I had the 2 temporary hit points.
Yes. But you glad you drank that water.
Yeah, drank that water
And
up
roll that nat 20.
good. Okay, so awesome. Describe how it bites me. Describe it, Jaded. And you,
Uh,
get off me.
it snaps and just like gets you like right a little bit in the side. Actually, no,
It get my
change
little
my
bit.
mind. It gets your little pinky finger, and it does that one damage to your actual total health. Um,
Just I'm like deep throating the snake with my pinky.
and then it tries to bite you again, but you move your hand too quickly, and it can't get you.
Oh, it's got 2 heads, so it can still be holding on one and
Oh,
like be missing with the other one. Okay, well now that I still have my hex, let's see if I can get another good hit roll. Okay, I got a 14-18 to hit.
so yep, that will hit.
Okay, don't be a 1. Okay, it's a 4 fire and so 8 damage.
8 damage. Do you want to describe how you unalive this two-headed
I
snake?
love describing how I unalive things. So I'm going to say since it bit my pinky, maybe it's still holding on there. I'm like, ah! And I'm like take my other hand and like firebolt it, and it just like disintegrates the middle of it. Just like split it in half.
Yeah.
And I still got the little head on my finger, and I'm like, oh, somebody get this, somebody get this, oh god! Because
And
that's what I
reaches
would do in
just
the real world. I'm terrified of getting bit by a snake because the worst thing I can think of is like having the fangs stuck in me and me needing to like pull the fangs. No. So I'm like, reach it, be a useful person, get this for me.
Rachel just glances at you and says, "Stop being a wuss."
Honestly, you pull fangs out of your
Okay.
finger, bitch.
All right, so you took out the snake. Um, so let's go that route.
Oh,
All
Pixel,
right.
I think you might have got censored on part of your thing. I just see fear, but also that.
I think it's just Pike because I think it's Pike is very cutesy.
Oh yeah, I keep saying Pixel instead of Pike. Sorry, Pike.
Let's see here. You finally put the enormous snake down. It spasms one last time, both heads flopping, split apart, and then lies still. You and Regis stand at either end of the defeated monster, catching your breath. We need to bring this back to camp, Regis says through gulps of air. Maybe Geiger can make sense of it. You nod. There are a couple of ways that you can think of to deal with a surprisingly large creature.
Is it large?
Uh, Surprisingly.
Oh, well then why is it just hanging on? I feel like I'm not that large, so I don't think it made sense for it to just bite my pinky. It's fine. It's already canon.
It's just this little tooth is what got into you.
It's just like,
Um, so you can either carry the whole snake or dissect certain parts of interest.
So I'm going to imagine that I did blast a hole through the middle. So maybe it's already like cut in half and I can just take the good bits.
Okay,
Take
so you're
those
gonna
fangs. These are my trophies.
so you're dissecting certain parts of interest.
Oh gosh, do I need to do a medicine roll for this? I didn't think about that.
Okay. You say that you want to dissect the snake that is already dissected from the way you unalived it, and remove
No, it's
certain odd
bisected, and I'm gonna dissect it.
uh, and remove certain oddities for easy transport. Regia offers you an extremely sharp knife from her toolkit on her belt, and you go to work. Look at Regia being so nice to you.
I know.
So you may either roll in a nature check, a medicine, or survival check.
Okay, I do have nature. I have a +4 to nature. Ooh, and a well +3 to survival. So we're gonna go with nature. Nat
By the way,
20.
nat 20,
Yeah,
yeah.
nat 20.
Oh, I think you already saw Pike's comment, so.
Yes. Thank you, Pick. Pike. You said picks. It throwing me off.
Did I?
I think so.
Okay, so
We're just gonna
you.
call you very cutesy because that is accurate. We might,
Right.
whatever we call your first name might not be accurate, but very cutesy is definitely accurate.
Ooh.
Ooh, ooh, raise the
Okay.
roof.
Uh, okay, we're gonna get my spinning D20 back up. Um,
Okay, what'd I get with that nat 20?
uh, you slice away at the scaly skin skillfully. That's what the nat 20 gets you. And separate flesh from bone to find that the outward strangeness of the snake that attacked you hides even more corruption inside. There are extra bones that shouldn't be there, organs filled with noxious fluids, and hardened tumors in odd shapes.
Can I drink it? No.
You may
No. Go ahead.
you take the smallest sip of the noxious fluid,
No, I don't.
like
I just got
just
unpoisoned.
no, just like a milliliter, and since you drink that water, you get one temporary hit point.
Okay, American, you know what a milliliter is?
So,
I'll take it though. YOLO.
but this
See,
is,
you drink weird stuff and you might get temporary hit points. I don't know what that is, but now I'm drinking weird stuff.
but I mean, to be fair, you have to get a nat 20 when you do it.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
because you did get a nat 20 when you got the bonus hit points the first time, and then you got a nat 20 when you did your slicing dicing.
Oh yeah, I've got 2 nat 20s today. I don't think I got any nat 20s on the last full campaign.
Yeah, so your decision to drink that you wanted to possibly drink the noxious fluid
I
means that
love
you.
disgusting stuff in my mouth. Right, Jaded?
Okay, goodbye. That's the end of the stream, everybody.
Goodbye. I'm just kidding. Okay, we do have a little bit more.
Okay. Um,
A
there are
33rd of a shot, like a drop of liquid. Now we know. Okay, I think that fits. I think that I could take that much noxious liquid.
All right. There are spines protruding from the creatures seemingly at random. Some
Protruding
parts of
from
the
the creature's what?
uh, protruding from the creature seemingly at
Seeming.
random.
I thought you said protruding from creature semen at random, and
No.
I'm like, what did we do to this thing again?
Are
Okay,
you using a
seemingly at
Wordle
random.
word?
What?
Just using a Wordle word? Wasn't that one of the words?
I
The C
don't know.
person word? I thought you had a Wordle word
Oh
that turned
yes,
out to be a word.
yes. You said drink anything, Uzi. You're gross. Uzi, go home.
Uh, some parts of the body seem to indicate that this is a venomous snake, but there are no fangs, which is really weird since the fangs bit into your pinky finger just
I
a little
know.
bit ago.
That's weird that it didn't have fangs. And where did I get these fangs that are now my trophies?
Okay,
Where,
that's why it only did like 3 damage to you, is because it was actually gumming your pinky.
it was gumming me.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Richard's old enough to gum people. Happy birthday, Richard.
Who?
Oh, Jaded, I keep calling you by your government name.
Okay, let's see. It has an odd, musky odor that you'd expect from a mammal's scent glands, and even what appears to be an unused skill slit behind its head. Oddest of all, you find a faintly blue crystal in the creature's chest. It seems like an inert piece of stone, except for the faintest glimmer of light inside it. Rija seems especially interested in this stone, and it is similar to those she wears in her bandolier, though this one's glow isn't as apparent. After examining it, she hands it back to you. This could be worth a little something when you get back to civilization.
Oh my gosh, is this a crystal of Zaleth?
Ah, so go ahead and add one dull blue crystal to your inventory. It is worth 10 gold pieces.
Oh, I gotta sell it? Okay, I was hoping it'd have a use. Okay, 10 gold pieces, crystal.
Uh, Together with Rija, you pack up the samples and head back to camp, leaving the rest of the bizarre animal for the jungle to consume. When you arrive at camp, you and Rija immediately head to Gaiga's wagon. His bleary eyes grow excited when you show him what you've collected. Truly, you have many talents, adventurer.
Oh yeah, and I was trying to show you some the other night, but you ignored me, bitch.
And that is what he says to you. I must.
that, that is what he says to you.
I'm trying to get through the text.
I'm trying to get some money.
And if you want to help Foss get some money, over on the Purple app, if you have Amazon Prime,
Come on, plug. Come on, plug.
but yes, if you have Amazon Prime, you can do a free subscription to Fawcett's channel.
You can, and you
Um,
don't need to follow any other Twitch people. I can be the only one, so I get it every month.
and you may have to visit on desktop. I don't think for some reason the mobile app does not let you do the subscription,
Dang mobile.
but yeah, if you have Prime, it's free to you. You're already paying for Prime, so you can help a streamer out.
Hey, go get your friends to have Prime, borrow their account, and then come and sub to my channel. Steal your friends and family Prime account to sub to my channel every month.
Uh,
Okay, what are we doing with Gygar?
yeah, sorry for that unexpected ad break. It was just a weird transition. Okay. Um. Uh, Truly, you have many talents, adventurer. He says to you, I must take these for study. Gaiga takes the gruesome samples from you and starts back toward his wagon. Rija moves to follow, but Gaiga holds up an imperious hand. Soon, if you please, Rija, he says. These deserve my full attention, but thank you so much. The steps going up to the wagon creak as he gets to work.
Okay.
You've eaten, and the sun has set by the time Gaga emerges from his wagon.
Gaga? Oh my gosh, Gaga's here
Gaigar,
with us?
Gaigar,
Gaga, I
emer-
love your song.
ra ah.
You hear a you hear a
Abracadabra.
faint noise coming from the tent as Skygar gets to work. Ra ra rama rama.
No, it's
Uh.
abracadabra.
Oh
Gotta pull
no.
bit songs. Okay. He finds you with a sheepish smile, but he has little to add to your findings.
Cause I'm too good.
Your work today was exemplary, adventurer,
Yeah, it
he
was.
says. Really, couldn't have done better myself,
I
and
know.
I have nothing to add.
Yeah, I
But
know.
look here. He produces the same rolled leather case containing the map you delivered to the expedition yesterday. Uh, Geiger hands you the map that you delivered. It's untidily sticking out of its case, and it seems like there are some new creases in the document when you unfurl it. The map seems to have been passed through many hands, each person leaving a note or an addition. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Ooh, an investigation check. Okay, we got a +2. Ooh, I thought that was gonna be a 4. It's a 16. And
A
this is
six.
why we did not min-max our. Oh, though I'm like, we didn't min-max our stats, but I guess kind of in a way we did min-max our stats by making us have like +2s across the board. We
Uh,
mid-maxed our stats.
okay, so I think you had a passing roll. I don't remember what the
Yeah,
roll was already.
16.
16? Yep. Okay, that beats a 10. Um, the notes scrawled across the map are worse than useless. They all contradict one another, all wrong paths to the supposed location of Zeleth. However, there are a variety of shapes that represent what appear to be hazards. Looking closely, they appear to be abnormal animals of some kind. There's a bird with a lizard's tail, frogs covered in sharp spines, and even more clearly, another two-headed snake. These seem to increase in density as they approach an empty space on the map. Oh,
Okay, so they're increasing in density as they approach an empty space. So there's something in there.
that's
So
what
it's
it
not
says.
that empty. There's something
Uh,
there.
we are here, Regis says as she plants a finger on the map. The increasing density of the mutant encounter seems to be to the northeast of your position. There are other
Northeast,
notes.
that's where we were looking at before. By the
It
way, if
was.
you don't know, this is Northeast.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's see if I'm pointing in the right direction.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. And of course,
It's cut off.
it's on a delay, so I can't really tell until like 5-10 seconds later.
But yes, I know where Northeast is. That's where the snake came out at us. I
Yes.
was looking at the Northeast when I failed that dexterity saving throw that I don't know what was for. I almost want to go back and pass it to see if anything changed.
Uh, there are other notes to the south and west that indicate questions or places that other explorers might have tried. However, you are moving away from both of these. You ask Richa and Geigar why. Uh,
Why?
uh, both are already thoroughly explored, I'm afraid, says Geigar with an exaggerated sigh. At great cost to the expeditions, Regia adds, and no closer to Zeleth. You point out the pattern and both Regia and Geigar lean in. Uh, let's get our guide for this, Regia says, and
Wait,
leaves to get the
get our
car.
guide. Okay.
Yeah,
I need to know what this guide is. They got a
you,
guide?
yeah, you tried to talk to the guide.
Who? Zaka?
So yeah, so let's get our yes,
Oh.
so if
I just knew
Regis
he was a lizard person with a stone on his back that I wanted to read.
yes, so let's get our guide for this, Regis says, and
Add
leaves to
to
get the
notes.
car.
Add to
Okay.
notes.
not just a lizard person that I want to get to know better.
Not just a mean friend.
Uh, Reacher returns with your lizard folk guide, though neither appears to be in a hurry. Thanks for coming, lad, Geiger says.
Okay, that was Gygar. I was like, this
Yes.
is not the voice you had for Zakah earlier. I would not have liked him. Sorry, babe.
You could be of great service. As the car nods and looks at the map preferred to him. He cocks his head as he concentrates on it, but doesn't touch it or make a sound. To the cold wind. I don't remember what the voice was. It's been a bit since we
That
had
one was
Zakar.
hot.
Okay.
That's hot.
To the cold wind, Zakar says finally. To the sun's beginning. Geiger looks to you and then to Rija. What is he saying, my dear? Zakar snarls another phrase in his own language, pointing at the sky. And you're sure? Rija asks. Zakar points at the sky again, and then to the northeast. But then he points at Rija and growls something else. She nods. And, Gaga says, any thoughts from our scaly friend here? Northeast, Rija says, without breaking eye contact with Zakar. We should look to the northeast. Brilliant! Uh,
Up there.
Gaga.
Okay, I'm a little offended
Okay.
that I went out of my way to get comprehend languages, and it keeps telling me that
Yeah.
I don't know these languages and I can't read this. It's like, yes, I can.
It's not giving you the opportunity.
I know. How rude.
Uh, but brilliant! Geiger grins at all of you. We're close and I can feel it. Let's ready ourselves for adventure. Geiger retrieves the map from you and retires to his wagon for the night. And you're about to go find another spot next to a smoky fire and get a full night's rest.
Yay!
Instead, you feel a strong clawed hand on your shoulder.
Are you kidding me? Is it going to do this again where it keeps like, oh, you get to take a rest, JK? Okay. When we do get to the rest, we're going to, we need to stop for the day, but we can keep going till we get to that rest.
Okay. Uh, Not sleep. Zakar says, beckoning. Come. See.
Mm.
I think Zakar's voice is going to be the one that changes throughout this campaign.
It's fine. As we get to know each other more, uh, maybe he expands on his accent.
Maybe. Um, you follow him to what you can assume is where he sleeps. He doesn't have a bedroll. He's cold-blooded after all. But he scratched a flat area of disturbed earth to lie down on. The stone tablet is propped up against a wagon wheel nearby. Show you, the lizard folk says. Great wisdom. Old things, things in dark know us. We not know them. This is best. Zakar gestures you toward his tablet.
Yes! Give me that tablet, bitch!
He starts tapping and reciting what he taps. It's a complex text so foreign to you that you can't even tell where one word begins and another ends.
Yes, I can. I have comprehend languages.
However, it also includes carved images of lizard folk in ceremonial dress and wielding crystals. But still, there's little to indicate where the city might be. Warrior, Zakar says, patting his chest. Guide, protector. He then lightly passes a hand over the tiny figures. People. So many people before. You ask him where they are now, but Zakar just looks up at you and stares. Turning back to the tablet, you can either try to recall what you know about the history of the region, or rely on intuitive insights.
We're going to go with history because I have a +4 in history. No, Uzi, we're almost done. We're almost done, Uzi.
Metagaming.
I got a 22.
What?
Wait, what?
It didn't say to roll a check.
Oh, you said to do history. You said something about
No.
history or insight.
So yeah, it says you can try to either recall what you know about the history of the region or rely on intuitive insights, and
Oh,
then we're
okay.
gonna
Well,
jump
the
somewhere.
history of the region.
Okay, so
And I got a
history of the
22, so
region.
I know something.
Okay, so it looks like there is a history check coming up. Uh, Though this is challenging, you seem to have been picking up some new facts from the area, the crew, and Geigar. You take a close look at the tablet to see what you might recognize about its deeper meaning. Roll that history check. And what did
22.
you get? 22? You
Mm-hmm.
succeeded.
Oh, oh, I'm so smart.
Hmm.
Oh.
You identify the garb and symbolism on the tablet as belonging to an ancient culture of lizard folk said to inhabit the fabled city of Zeleth, a wealthy city said to wield powerful magic channeled through crystals. These crystals were said to originate in this ancient Zeleth civilization, so there is likely some kind of underground complex somewhere in the vicinity.
The crystals
However,
of Zeleth!
there are few reports of metallurgy. I don't know how to, is it metallurgy? I don't know how to pronounce that word,
Merchulurgerly, I think is how you do
but
it. Merchulurgerly.
uh,
Mergerly.
a few parts of metallurgy in the historical records, making you wonder if there isn't some inconsistency in the lore. Zakar is pleased with your progress and bobs his head.
I'll bob my head next.
No, no, you know, and now you know. He then settles into his patch of disturbed earth and starts tapping along the tablet. You take your cue and bid him good night. He doesn't look up from his whispered recitation as you find your bedroll and settle in for the night.
Do I get a long or
And
a short rest?
you're going to gain the benefits of a long rest.
Of a long rest, which gives me my 1 HP, and I got my pack power back. And we're going to call it for today. So that was session 1 of the Crystals of Zeleth. And we have kind of learned a little bit about the Crystals of Zeleth already. All we knew about the Wolves of Langston was that we were in Langston and there were wolves. Well, I guess now we are outside of Zeleth and there are crystals. We know so much. We're geniuses. But that was fun. I think that we're starting to get into a groove. So anyone new here? This is our second campaign. We had a, I think, 4 session long campaign playing the previous book by the Obvious Mimic called The Wolves of Langston. And we are going to continue down all of the Obvious Mimic books doing the Crystals of Zeleth now. It's going to be on Mondays at 10 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And if you want to continue with us, make sure to do that. 10 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time on Mondays. We are also, as you might know, if you're over here on Twitch, you can redeem channel points to give advantage, disadvantage, give bane, give blessings. We might try to add some more things if we come up with more things, or if you all want to come up with more things. But yeah, we're doing that. On Thursday, we are still doing a variety stream. I don't have anything planned for Thursday. We might play some Stray. We might play some what's the other game? It Takes Two. Or we might do a community night. If y'all want to play games with us, hit me up. Tell me what games you want to play, and we can play those on Thursdays, 10 p.m. US Eastern Time. For now, we are going to take a break, and in an hour at 11, is that what time it starts? Yeah, at 11 p.m. US Eastern Time, I come back on Mondays and Thursdays, and we do Wordle or Contexto. We do a variety of word games. So if you like word games, or you just want to come in and hang out, I'll see you in about an hour. Jada, you got something to say?
Yes, real quick, that is 1 a.m. Eastern Time, 11 p.m. Mountain Time.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at Mountain Time. I'm looking at my
Yeah.
clock. 1 a.m. US Eastern Time. We're in the mountains, but no one's in the mountains, it seems like. So I always have to change my time zone to either Pacific or Eastern. And we're from Eastern. We just moved from Kentucky like 7 months ago. So, oh no, it's been a while now. I think we're approaching a year in a few months.
Hmm.
Yeah, wow, we've been here for so long. Okay, anyway, thank you all for hanging out. We'll be back in an hour to do some word games. And also, Pike, thank you so much for hanging out over on TikTok. Uzi, as always, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. And hopefully, we'll see you in an hour. And if not, Maybe we'll see you next week. Maybe.